Welcome to Footy Talk with the Past FC Coaches, Episode 2. Hashtag Meet Your Coaches. In the past episode, we got to sit down with Edis and TJ to review the past UPSL season, as well as look forward to what is in store for Past FC. Now we want to find out more about their careers, both playing and coaching. So listen and enjoy as we learn more about TJ and Edis.
We'll switch things out a little bit now and kind of zoom into your guys' career with the playing time and what were you guys' goals or what you play, what positions you played, and what you got out of football. Just go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, TJ. TJ, have the honors.
Okay, so obviously I grew up playing for Pass, and then when I was 16, I went and played for Michigan Wolves. And at that time, west side versus east side of the state was pretty drastic differences in skill and coaching. I would say it was better on the east side as well.
Okay.
Just because it was a bigger city, more people.
Yeah.
Equals kind of better soccer. It's a general correlation there. But I learned a lot from those coaches, and then I got recruited to play at Michigan.
Well, you can tell us your position.
I was a midfielder forward.
Okay. Like an 8?
Oh no, man! I wish I was an 8. I was a winger, so it requires speed.
Yeah.
And I was a forward, so finishing and speed were my main assets, footwork. As you get older, you can lose your speed.
That's happened.
So I tried to turn into a more of a Modric type, holding the middle down, but could never do that at UPSL level, I don't think. After a while I was at Michigan, I played for Detroit City FC, and then shortly after that, played for Grand Rapids FC, and then after that, I stopped playing for probably 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And got back into coaching gradually. That's what made me fall in love with the game again.
Yeah.
And my goal as a coach is just to create more opportunities for the kids on the west side. Because when I was growing up, they didn't really exist.
Yeah.
And, I think, part of me is like, if I had those opportunities, maybe I could have reached a higher level. And I just think my goal as a coach is to try and provide those opportunities for kids.
Yeah, that's really key. I relate to that a ton because having played, if you talk to a lot of kids, even Sal, who grew up in different communities, that they didn't enable you to get to the next level. So what you guys are doing, even teaching the kids from a young age, getting the right skill set, like the basic stuff, they will only go so far. But yeah, let's hear from you, Edis, about your journey with the game.
Sure, no worries. Yeah, it's a long journey, but a good one. I started out here locally, just local football, as they call it, just playing with friends and things like that. And then moved down to Florida, played elite club soccer, what you would have here, like ECNL or NLC, whatever you call it. So the highest level you can for club soccer, and I played there for a few years. After that, I moved back. I played a little bit at Davenport University for a season. In and out, the first and second team. After
Position?
Center back, mostly center back. Yeah, center back, right-footed center back at the time. I did play a little bit of a holding mid, so number 6, but mostly center back is where I excel, where I learned to love it, and so I played at Davenport, and after that I kind of stopped for about a year and a half, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to try to go either semi-pro or pro.
Yep.
And I was training for GRFC, which I did. I didn't get on the team, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to try to go pro,
Yeah.
And, I went to a whole bunch of combines. I went over to LA for LA Galaxy 2's team. Didn't get called on. I think I made the final, just before the final cut, and they didn't let me on. So, tough, yeah, man. And I just kept grinding it out, and that's the mentality you need to have. And then I went over to Charleston Battery. I went there. I tried out. Did phenomenal. And the coach basically goes, "Yeah, you're not tall enough. We want a 6'5" guy." You know, and that's the America here.
It does happen.
It happens.
Yeah.
And then after that, I came back, just trained on my own. And then there was an opportunity at combine that I took. I impressed, and I went over to Sweden, so I got to play over in Sweden for about a few months towards the end of their season. Sweden, Finland, that was a great time. Then I came back from there, got in contact with a buddy that knew somebody else, a coach. He was down in Costa Rica. Joe Funicello, if he ever watches it, props to him. That's like my mentor, man. Same passion, just trying to help players develop. And so they played in the third division down there, and played with them for about a season, more or less. And then I came back here, played with BIH for half a summer. And then I got in contact with a scout, and he was like, "Yeah, we want you to come over to trial in Montenegro, first team, Premier Division, Premier League." I went over there, tore my ACL again towards at the end of the trial, the last game. Touch, turn, and that was it. And that's why I called it a career.
Same foot.
Same foot, yeah. I tore it in high school, junior year, and then I retore it again 8 years later there. So that's why I called it a career. But I always wanted to coach, and I feel like it's something that was more or less destined. But
Okay. Yeah, I always find that a lot of like maybe center players or midfielders or defenders get into coaching.
Yeah.
But like the attacking players, not so much. Is there a reason why that is?
That's a good question,
That is a
man.
good question.
That's a good question,
Yeah,
man.
I think as a defender, you see the field constantly.
Yeah.
You're kind of you use strategy a lot more.
Yeah.
Attacker, you got kind of one role, like get the ball,
Bam.
come by. It's more free flowing.
Yeah.
So.
Shit, that's a great question, man. I don't know if we can swear, but that's a great question, man.
I
Wow.
always find that, like, even with myself, I got into coaching a little bit earlier this year, and I was just like, this is not for me. Like, like, I had to go honest with myself. I'm like, it's fun, but like, no, scoring is more fun.
Right. I mean, hey, I love tackles. I love playing those balls. I love, stopping the play. So it's different mentality for center backs, center holding mid, center mids. You play for the team. Not that strikers don't at this age, but definitely more center backs and mids. But and that is good. I mean, most coaches are now that were prior center backs or full backs or midfielders. So
Okay.
so it's a pretty good thought.
All right. Yeah, so we heard about you guys like careers, which are impressive. Like I'm always surprised of how far people can push it, especially like in GR. Like I don't even know who's the face of GR in football, but who is it? Is it you guys? Are you guys the face of soccer?
Face of football in GR as like a player. Or?
Yeah, player.
I mean, you got. I mean, I'm gonna plug.
Who's pushed it the most?
Like in terms of career.
Yeah.
I mean, Anthony Bowie. I mean, I'm gonna plug my Bosnian guys. Nerman Crnkic.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace, man. What a baller. Played overseas. Played in Champions League. I mean, he's in the top 3. 100%. Yeah, top 3, 100%.
I didn't get to see him play, but like when that stuff happened, I saw a lot of good highlights and a lot of I saw his profiles. Like, man, this dude done a lot for the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is definitely a GR legend. I mean, he's up there, top 3 for sure.
Okay.
I mean, Jenan as well. Kotic played at DU.
Yeah.
Went on to MLS
Okay.
draft. I mean, Steve Herdsman as well played in the MLS.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
shoot.
is he from GR? You know?
Huh?
Is he from GR or like because he coaches in GR? Right?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. But
I got a good one now. Adam Grimless. He's a goalkeeper. He used to play for Orlando City.
yeah. So those would be like a top 5, man. Top 5 all time.
You guys would be top 10 in it.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, top 10. TJ and I.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.